What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Monday, October 17th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week is our second collab with Gotchis. We loved working with the Gotchi gang back in August, and in celebration of their upcoming fake Gotchi project, we decided to partner up again to bring you an entire week of radical, pixelated 80s themed trivia. So I'll be asking you all things related to the 80s, movies, music, pop culture, video games, and more. Fake Gotchis is a community-driven, friendly art karmic experiment inspired by the deep lore and variety of characters that inhabit the Gotchi universe. Fake Gotchis brings together incredible artists to create their own collection of Gotchi interpretive art. Fake Gotchis are in collections of up to 100 editions and available to purchase at fakegotchi.com or the Gotchi Bazaar NFT marketplace when the project officially launches. There will also be an epic drop ticket NFT raffle that you'll have an opportunity to win a fake Gotchi burn card to mint your own fake Gotchi artwork. Make sure you go to fakegotchis.com to learn more. Each day we're showcasing a different fake Gotchi artist. Check out today's artist, Skeeny, and his piece titled FUD vs. FOMO. Skeeny is a Madrid-based Belgian artist obsessed with skulls and anatomy. Instead of merely copying reality, Skeeny's focus is to understand what lies behind it, to see past the details and find the essence of things. Make sure you check out @Skeeny_art on Twitter. Prizes this week include 5 mystery fake Gotchis, meaning you won't know which art you've won until the auctions have ended. Also 4 packs of fake Gotchi drop tickets, and of course, prizes from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Iron Studios, Culture Kings, and Manscaped. Now, let's get it started with question 1. What does VHS stand for? Is it A, Video Housing System, B, Video Home System, C, Virtual Home Sync, or D, Viral Hot Sauce? Well, hopefully our Bussy Buster sauce goes viral one of these days, but the answer we're looking for is B, Video Home System. VHS tapes are a form of compact magnetic tape cassette and released in the late 70s, but became a mainstay of home entertainment during the 1980s. VHS tapes won the format war over the slightly less popular Betamax format. VHS was originally developed by the Japanese company JVC. Now, on to question 2. Which video game was the most popular of the 1980s? Is it A, Donkey Kong, B, Sonic the Hedgehog, C, Super Mario Bros, or D, Pac-Man? Well, originally known as Jumpman from the iconic Donkey Kong arcade game, our answer is A, Super Mario Bros. Super Mario originated as a Nintendo upright arcade game that soared in popularity across the world. With the release of the Nintendo Home Entertainment System, or NES, Super Mario Bros. Took over home televisions and became the most popular and most sold game of the entire 1980s. Now, moving on to question 3. Which computer sold in 1980 holds the Guinness Book of World Record for highest selling of all time? Is it A, the Apple I, B, the IBM Illusion, C, the Gateway Home, or D, the Commodore 64? Well, also known as C64, our answer is D, the Commodore 64 by Commodore International. The C64 was an 8-bit personal home computer that was released in January of 1982 and estimated to have sold over 15 million units. The Commodore 64 dominated the low-end computer market, outselling IBM, Apple, and Atari by millions of units each year. The C64 has been compared to the Ford Model T automobile for its role in bringing new technology to the middle-class households via creative and affordable mass production. Now, this next question is sponsored by our friends at Manscaped. we're partnering up with Manscaped to say hashtag no more rugs in Web3 and give away a bunch of awesome Lawnmower version 4s. Now check out this video from Manscaped.
Guys, are you ready to clean up your junk with a tool that's made for the job? Eyes up here. Introducing the Lawnmower 4.0. It's the newest and most advanced trimmer from Manscaped. Tap once to turn on, once to turn off. Choose your desired skin guard and let it slowly glide against the grain at 7,000 RPM for a smooth trim down your arms, chest, and those sensitive areas. If you care about your downstairs, it's time to get the right tool for the job. And that's the Lawnmower 4.0. Get the new Lawnmower 4.0 on Manscaped.com.
Thank you, Manscaped, for these V4 lawnmowers we're giving away over the next few weeks. Now on to question 4. What photographic device was first introduced to the world in 1986? Is it A, the VHS camcorder, B, the disposable camera, C, the Polaroid camera, or D, the single lens reflex? Although the single lens reflex dominated the prosumer photographic market, our answer, B, the Fujifilm Quick Snap disposable camera was first created and released in 1986. The Quick Snap had a catchy tagline, "It takes pictures," used popular 35mm film, and rapidly developed mass appeal amongst travelers and tourists alike. By 1988, every major camera company, including Nikon and Canon, were producing their own models. Fun fact, disposable cameras were one of the most popular wedding party favors of the 1990s. Who needs to hire a photographer when the entire party can take your wedding photos? Now, on to the final question of today. Which sneaker had a resurgence in the 1980s and went on to become one of the most selling shoes of all time? Is it A, the Nike Dunk, B, the Converse Chuck Taylor, C, Hush Puppies, or D, New Balance 504s? Well, the brand has been around since 1916. Our answer, B, Converse, saw a massive revival of their brand, and the Chuck Taylor soon became a staple of 80s fashion. By 1987, the brand was over 70 years old and already had made a name for itself as the footwear of choice by NBA All-Star Wilt Chamberlain. But Converse saw a massive uptick in sales in the 1980s and made claims that at least 60% of Americans owned a pair of Chuck Taylors. Nike bought the brand in 2003 and has stated that ever since, the brand has sold over 1 billion All-Stars since their release. And that concludes the first day of Fake Gotchi 80s Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and thank you to our sponsors for the week, Gotchi. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of 80s Trivia, and thanks so much for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Tuesday, October 18th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions and weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week is our second official collab with Gotchi. We loved working with the Gotchi gang back in August, and in celebration of their upcoming Fake Gotchi project, we've decided to partner up again to bring you an entire week of radical, pixelated 80s themed trivia. So I'll be asking you all things related to the 80s, movies, music, pop culture, video games, and more. Fake Gotchis is a community-driven, friendly art karmic experiment inspired by the deep lore and variety of characters that inhabit the Gotchi universe. Fake Gotchis bring together incredible artists to create their own collection of Gotchi interpretive art. Fake Gotchis are in collections of up to 100 editions and available to purchase on fakegotchi.com or the Gotchi Bazaar NFT marketplace when the project officially launches. There will also be an epic drop ticket NFT raffle that you'll have an opportunity to win Fake Gotchi burn cards to mint your own Fake Gotchi artwork. Now make sure you go to fakegotchis.com to learn more. Each day, we're showcasing a different Fake Gotchi artist. Check out today's artist, Stina Jones, and her awesome Gotchi bot. Stina is an artist and designer crafting whimsical character works using a distinctive blend of bold lines and vivid colors. Her works have been exhibited worldwide, from urban walls and early metaverse exhibits to Dreamverse NYC and even Christie's auction house. Make sure you check her out on Twitter at Stina_Jones. Prizes this week include 5 mystery fake Gotchis, meaning you won't know which art you've won until the auctions have ended. Also, 4 packs of fake Gotchi drop tickets, and of course, prizes from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Iron Studios, Culture Kings, and Manscaped. Now, let's get it started with question 1. What does CD stand for? Is it A, compact device, B, circuit developer, C, circle disc, or D, compact disc? Yes, of course, the CD is a circular disc, but our answer is D, compact disc. The compact disc is a digital optical data storage format that was co-developed by Philips and Sony to store the first optical-based audio recordings. The first CD was released in 1982 and featured the ability to hold nearly 80 minutes of audio on a single side. Unlike the preceding cassette tapes, the CD stored higher fidelity audio and was more efficient to mass produce. Compact discs remain the mainstay digital audio format, with over 200 billion CDs sold worldwide by 2007. But were soon swept into the dustbin of history with mass digitization and the release of MP3s. Now, on to question 2. What Laserdisc-based arcade game was released in 1983? Is it A, Dragon's Lair, B, Street Fighter Legend, C, Centipede, or D, The Legend of Zelda? Well, the Laserdisc format may be completely unheard of for many of our younger players. The Laserdisc was basically a record-sized 12-inch DVD and allowed for higher quality data to be stored than that of the consumer rivals, the VHS and the Betamax. Sadly, the Laserdisc never managed to gain market share due to its expensive players and inability to record home TV programs. However, our answer, A, Dragon's Lair, made great use of the format and had significantly higher quality graphics than other games of that era. Now, question 3 is sponsored by our friends at Culture Kings. Culture Kings is opening up their flagship store November 5th in Las Vegas. Check out this video from Culture Kings.
What's up, y'all? Culture Kings Vegas coming very soon.
Culture Kings, and they're opening up one in Vegas. My territory, my hood.
Las Vegas, Culture Kings stores opening. Be there.
I'm at Culture Kings, of course.
Thank you, Culture Kings. Now let's head to that next question. What famous actress was synonymous with workout videos in the 1980s? Is it A, Cher, B, Sharon Stone, C, Jane Fonda, or D, Molly Ringwald? Well, anyone who grew up in the 80s is familiar with the popularity of home workout VHS tapes, but one in particular featuring our answer, C, Jane Fonda, became the best-selling of the era. In fact, it was the first non-theatrical home video release to top sales charts and stay that way for nearly 6 years, selling over 17 million copies from 1982 to 1985. Fonda's accomplishment sparked the boom of women's exercise classes, previously an industry that was traditionally male-dominated. Now, on to question 4. Which of these Nintendo classics did not begin its life as an arcade game? Is it A, Mario Bros, B, Kid Icarus, C, Punch-Out, or D, Wild Gunman? Many gamers may not realize that some of their favorite modern video games have humble roots as 8-bit arcade staples. From Mario to Donkey Kong, Nintendo had a dominant presence in arcades long before the arrival of the NES. Our answer, B, Kid Icarus, was actually one of the first games developed and published as an NES exclusive release. While the game was met with mixed critical reception, it went on to be a cult classic and was re-released for Game Boy Advance in 2004. Now for the last question of the day, what is the name of the car in Knight Rider? Is it A, Mick, B, E-Tron, C, Autobot, or D, Kit? The classic action crime drama Knight Rider, starring David Hasselhoff, took viewers by storm when it was originally broadcast on NBC in 1982. The series sees Hasselhoff as Michael Knight, a sleek and modern crime fighter assisted by his artificially intelligent and totally self-aware car known as D-Kit. Kit was virtually indestructible and a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, and much like the Hoff himself, became a pop culture phenomenon of the 80s and beyond. And that concludes today's round of Fake Gotchis 80s Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsor for the week, Avagotchi. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of 80s Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Wednesday, October 19th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week is our second official collab with Avagotchi. We love working with the Gotchi gang so much back in August, and in celebration of their upcoming Fake Gotchi project, we've decided to partner up again and bring you an entire week of radical, pixelated 80s themed trivia. So I'll be asking you all things related to the 80s, movies, music, pop culture, video games, and more. Fake Gotchis is a community-driven, friendly art karmic experiment inspired by the deep lore and variety of characters that inhabit the Gotchiverse. Fake Gotchis brings together incredible artists to create their own collection of Gotchi interpretive art. Fake Gotchis are in collections of up to 100 editions and available to purchase at fakegotchi.com or the Avagotchi NFT Bazaar Marketplace. When the project launches, there will also be an epic drop ticket NFT raffle that you'll have an opportunity to win Fake Gotchi burn cards to mint your own Fake Gotchi artwork. Really cool. Make sure you go to fakegotchis.com to learn more. Each day, we're showcasing a different Fake Gotchi artist. Check out today's piece, The Citadel Next to the Other Road, presented by 8-Bit Gamers Guild and created by the artist Baskek. Baskek has been blowing minds for a long time by bridging Pepe's with the infamous Basquiat style. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at Baskek. Prizes this week include 5 mystery Fake Gotchis, meaning you won't know which art you've won until the auctions have ended, 4 packs of Fake Gotchi drop tickets, and of course, prizes from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Iron Studios, Culture Kings, and Manscaped. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. Which US musician wrote the smash hit Manic Monday, made famous by the Bangles? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Vanilla Ice, C, Tom Petty, or D, Prince? Well, using the pseudonym Christopher and originally written for the group Apollonia 6 in 1984, the Bangles' hit song Manic Monday was written by the legend D, Prince. Prince originally conceived the song as a duet for himself and Apollonia 6, but eventually pulled the track and offered it to the Bangles using the pseudonym Christopher, which was a character he played in the film Under the Cherry Moon. The song became the Bangles' first hit, reaching number 2 on the US and UK charts, and was often compared to Monday Monday by the Mamas and the Papas. Now on to question 2. What were you likely to have stored your makeup in during the 1980s? Is it A, the compact, B, a trapper keeper, C, the caboodle, or D, a fanny pack? Well, girls who grew up in the 80s will be most familiar with the small, colorful cases known as C, caboodles. As the legend goes, in 1986, Vanna White was photographed using a Plano fishing tackle box to stow and organize her makeup collection. Shortly after, Plano Modeling Company released caboodles in 1987 with their snazzy first model, the On The Go Girl. With a fresh pastel colorful take on the traditional fishing tackle box, caboodles exploded and are still sold to this day. Now, question 3. How many lives do you start with in Pac-Man? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4? Well, originally known as Puck-Man due to his hockey puck-like shape, the Namco arcade game sees players starting with C, 3 lives. The game's development began in 1979 under Toru Iwatani and a 9-man team. Iwatani wanted to create a game that could appeal to both men and women because most of the games at the time had a focus on war or sports. The original name Puckman was changed to Pac-Man due to a fear of potential vandalism, changing the name to, well, you know. The next question is brought to our friends at Manscaped. We've been teaming up with Manscaped to give away V4 lawnmowers and say #NoMoreRugs in Web3 and also in your pants. Now check out this video from Manscaped.
Balls are delicate, sensitive, easy to damage. Someone's taken a chunk out of that one. That's why I use the Lawnmower 4.0. It's got skin-safe technology, so you can trim with confidence.
Now on to the question, what is the name of the incredibly popular range of dolls first introduced in the 1980s? Is it A, American Dolls, B, Cabbage Patch Kids, C, Tickle Me Elmo, or D, Barbie? Well, the Barbie craze happened long before the 80s, and Tickle Me Elmo shattered sales records in the 90s. But our answer, B, the Cabbage Patch Kids were one of the most popular toys sold during the 1980s. Released in 1982, the new doll brand set every toy industry sales record for 3 years running, and was the most popular line of licensed children's products of the 80s. The product, created by Coleco, has changed ownership to Hasbro, Mattel, Toys R Us, and even more since its first release. Now for the last question of the day, what was the first arcade game to have a significant female player base? Is it A, Donkey Kong, B, Centipede, C, Galaga, or D, Pong? Well, as I mentioned earlier, Toru Iwatani really wanted Pac-Man to be a game for all genders, but the first game to really gain traction among a majority female player base was B, Centipede. It's estimated that over 60% of Centipede players were women, while games like Defender had players that were 95% men. There's really no rhyme or reason why a game about bugs resonated so deeply with women, but by the time Miss Pac-Man came along later in that year, women had a new favorite game to play in arcades. And that concludes today's round of Fake Gotchi 80s Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, Gotchi. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of 80s Trivia, and thanks for playing, everybody. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Thursday, October 20th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week is our second official collab with Gotchi. We loved working with the Gotchi gang so much back in August, and in celebration of their upcoming Fake Gotchi project, we've decided to partner up again to bring you an entire week of radical, pixelated 80s themed trivia. So I'll be asking you all things related to the 80s, movies, music, pop culture, video games, and more. Fake Gotchis is a community-driven, friendly art karmic experiment inspired by the deep lore and variety of characters that inhabit the Gotchi universe. Fake Gotchis bring incredible artists together to create their own collection of Gotchi interpretive art. Fake Gotchis are in collections of up to 100 editions and available to purchase at fakegotchi.com or on the Gotchi Bazaar NFT marketplace when the project officially launches. There will also be an epic drop ticket NFT raffle that you'll have the opportunity to win to make fake burn Gotchi cards to mint your own Fake Gotchi artwork. Make sure you go to fakegotchis.com to learn more. Now, each day this week, we're showcasing a different Fake Gotchi artist. Check out today's Raffle Godlike Apepe from Rare Labs. Yes, that Rare Labs, the creator of the Apepe Yacht Club. No one was better suited to tackle the Raffle, the uber popular Gotchi pet frogs hailing from Raffle Island in the Gotchiverse. This reimagining of the godlike Raffle is simply on another level. Make sure you check out Rare Labs on Twitter at rare_labs. Now, prizes this week include 5 mystery fake Gotchis, meaning you won't know which art you've won until the auctions have ended. 4 packs of fake Gotchi drop tickets, and of course, prizes from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Iron Studios, Culture Kings, and Manscaped. Now, let's get it started with question 1. What car was used as a time machine in Back to the Future? Is it A, the Chevy Impala, B, the Toyota Corolla, C, the Ford Mustang, or D, the DMC DeLorean? All right, this one was maybe an easy one because everyone knows our answer is D, the DeLorean, which has pretty much become synonymous with time travel. Powered by plutonium to reach the 1.21 gigawatts of power, the DMC-12 had a very short-lived production cycle and sold poorly, with the parent company eventually filing for bankruptcy in 1982. There were only 9,000 ever produced, and due to the film's popularity, there are actually an estimated of 6,500 cars still on the road today. 6 DeLoreans were used in the film's production, and you can see a fully restored Back to the Future DeLorean time machine at the Peterson Auto Museum in Los Angeles. I've been there myself, and man, is it a nostalgic trip back in time. Now, on to question 2. Buffy was the original name of which iconic Star Wars character? Is it A, Yoda, B, Obi-Wan Kenobi, C, Darth Vader, or D, Chewbacca? So I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, but this was news to me. Buffy is in fact the original name for A, Yoda. Yoda's name went through a handful of changes during the scripting and pre-production of Star Wars. Lucas began writing the sequel shortly after the original's release in 1977. He then hired Lee Brackett as one of the screenwriters. In her first draft, she changed the name Buffy to Minch Yoda. The Minch was eventually dropped and shortened to just Yoda. Brackett sadly passed away before the film started production, and Lucas, to honor her, decided to keep Yoda as the name for the legendary Jedi Master. Now, question 3 is sponsored by Culture Kings. Check out this video.
What's up, y'all? Culture Kings Vegas coming very soon.
Culture Kings, and they're opening up one in Vegas. My territory, my hood.
Las Vegas, Culture King stores opening. Meet me there.
And I'm at Culture Kings, of course.
Thank you, Culture Kings. That store in Vegas looks awesome. I can't wait to go there myself. Now on to the next question. What 1988 movie featured Matt Damon's first speaking role and was Julia Roberts' big break? Is it A, The Original, B, Aaron Brockovich, C, Good Will Hunting, or D, Mystic Pizza? This romantic comedy and coming-of-age story starred Julia Roberts in her breakout role, telling the story of 3 young Portuguese-American friends who work at a pizza parlor, and our answer, D, Mystic Pizza. The film takes place in the seaside town of Mystic, Connecticut, which is famous for its seaport and aquarium, both I've actually been to. Though Roberts had a handful of smaller roles prior to this film, this was in fact Damon's debut on the silver screen. Now, he only had a small speaking role, but for Roberts and Damon, this marked the start of their highly illustrious acting careers. Now, next question. What is the name of the evil wizard featured in the animated show He-Man? Is it A, Lionor, B, Skeletor, C, the Dark Prophet, or D, Bonesaw? He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was an animated show based on the Mattel toy line of the same name. The show was one of the most popular animated shows of the 1980s, paving the way for other popular toy brands and cartoons like the Transformers and Power Rangers. The series sees He-Man and his friends attempt to defend the secrets of Castle Grayskull and the planet Eternia from the evil forces of their arch-enemy, B, Skeletor. He-Man also notoriously achieved iconic status and fan base among LGBTQ viewers, and the parent company Mattel is receptive and embracing of their role in the gay community. Now, on to the last question of the day. What vehicular combat game used the theme music from the show Peter Gunn? Is it A, Spy Hunter, B, Cruising the World, C. Battle Tanks, or D. Rush 2049? Well, developed by Bally Midway and released in arcades in 1983, our answer is A. Spy Hunter drew inspiration from James Bond films and was originally supposed to carry the James Bond brand. The object of the game is to drive down roads in the technologically advanced Interceptor and destroy various enemy vehicles with a variety of onboard weapons. Spy Hunter was produced in both a sit-down and upright version, with the upright version becoming the most popular and common in arcades. And that concludes today's round of Fake Gotchi 80s Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, Gotchi. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of 80s Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Friday, TGIF, October 21st, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week has been our second official collab with Gotchi. We loved working with the Gotchi gang so much back in August that in celebration of their upcoming Fake Gotchi project, we've decided to bring them back and partner with an entire week for radical pixelated 80s themed trivia. So I've been asking you all things related to the 80s, movies, music, pop culture, video games, and more. Fake Gotchis is a community-driven, friendly art karmic experiment inspired by the deep lore and variety of characters that inhabit the Gotchi universe. Make sure you go to fakegotchis.com to learn more. Each day we've been showcasing a different Fake Gotchis artist. Check out today's piece titled Gotchi Raid by the artist Dark Farms. His prolific works have been among 2022's most inspiring, with a style that's distinctly his own. Dark Farm's talents are evident when considering the range of crafts needed between works like Gotchi Raid and his pixel art-based Smowls collection. Make sure you check them out at Dark Farms 1 on Twitter. Prizes this week include 5 mystery Fake Gotchis, meaning you won't know which art you've won until the auctions have ended. 4 packs of Fake Gotchi drop tickets, and of course, prizes from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Iron Studios, Culture Kings, and Manscaped. Now let's start at the beginning of the end with question 1. What was Mega Man's original name before he was turned into a fighting robot? Is it A, Stone Man, B, Berserker, C, Animal Man, or D, Rock? Well, in the story behind the original series, Mega Man is a robot who was originally named D, Rock, created by the scientist Dr. Light and his partner Wily to be a lab assistant. When Dr. Wily turned evil, Rock volunteered to be converted into a fighting robot to defend the world from Wily's evil doings. And thus, Mega Man was born. In Japan, Mega Man is still known as Rockman, and the series has seen over 50 video games since its creation in 1987. Now on to question 2. Originally developed in 1908, this iconic arcade staple made a resurgence in the 1980s. Is it A, pinball, B, whack-a-mole, C, skee-ball, or D, the claw crane? All of these games can be found in arcades around the world, and each comes from very humble beginnings. In fact, early pinball machines were created in the late 18th century. Whack-a-mole was created in 1970s in Japan, but our answer, C, skee-ball, was invented in 1908. Skee-ball was a very popular boardwalk game in the early 1900s and made its way into arcades in the 80s. It became the most popular non-video based arcade game in the mid-80s due to the ticketing system and prize redemption. Kind of like Freckle, right? To this day, it's one of my favorite games to play at the arcade. So if you think you can beat me in skee-ball, think again, friends. Now on to question number 3. If you're playing as Snake or Big Boss, what game series are you playing? Is it A, Metroid, B, Castlevania, C, Tekken, or D, Metal Gear? Well, this is one of my favorite video game series ever created. Our answer is D, Metal Gear. Created by the legendary Hideo Kojima and published by Konami, the first Metal Gear game was released in 1987 for the MSX home computer. Players often take control of a Special Forces operative named Solid Snake, aka Big Boss, who is assigned the task of finding the titular superweapon, the Metal Gear. Solid Snake was modeled after Kurt Russell's Snake Plissken from Escape from New York, and many of the games have been commercially and critically acclaimed, receiving several awards and selling 60 million copies. Now on to question 4. What state essentially invented Casual Fridays? Is it A, California, B, Hawaii, C, Florida, or D, Virginia? Well, corporate America lives for Casual Fridays, the one day of the week where you can dress down, untuck that shirt, and loosen the tie. The trend originated from A, the Hawaiian mid-century custom of Aloha Fridays. The trend spread to the mainland first in California and then continuing around the globe, eventually becoming mainstream and known as Casual Fridays. In the late 1980s, today in Hawaii, Aloha wear is suitable for business attire for any day of the week, and the term Aloha Friday is now generally used to simply refer to the last day of the Hawaiian work week. Surf's up, am I right? Now, for the final question of the week, what is the name of the iconic 1987 Rick Astley song? Is it A, Never Gonna Give You Up, B, Never Gonna Give You Up, C, Never Gonna Give You Up, or D, Never Gonna Give You Up?